What's up, everyone? That was supposed to be a fade in or fade out, but I clicked the button instead of fading us in. So, hey, it's Wednesday. Welcome. Um, Thanks for joining us. Last night was a shit show for me here. It was just not gonna happen. I didn't. I was late working. I didn't get out of work until midnight. Um, so
Oh,
rough. Yeah,
Gee.
normally get off at 10, right? Right now. But the stars are not aligned, or they were aligned in the incorrect way, whatever.
Yeah, and the
Mercury's in
opposite.
retrograde, or whatever they say.
mm,
Right, yeah.
Billy and I had a couple good combos though. No one could hear us, but it was good.
I could see like my office computer is next to my regular computer, um, and I could see that y'all were in chat, and I was like, dang, what am I missing?
That's funny.
I'm missing the goods.
Yeah,
There's a
we had
whole
about
lot
an
of
hour long.
nothing.
Yeah, we had about an hour long chat about nothing. Stuff that we can
Yeah,
talk about again,
That's the
tonight.
good
yeah,
stuff. So basically, just keeping with TAE traditions, where we talk with no one on the stream the first two episodes, three
Yeah.
episodes,
yes,
um,
Yeah.
yes,
that were lost to time somewhere.
yeah.
Uh, and yeah,
I was doing some heavy online shopping. Bill was encouraging
I
me.
saw some links. I saw some
Yeah.
links. You got we got a Stussy graffiti shirt from Australia. Is that right?
Yeah, I was confused because normally, well, I guess all of our Stussy here really says like made in Mexico. I
Yeah.
think that's where Stussy here is, and then I was like, I don't know if it's fake. Eh, I'm part of a Stussy group, and a lot of them are international, and a lot of the Stussy stuff that is sold in Australia, um,
Is
and
it
New
made
Zealand
there?
and stuff like that, it's made in China.
Oh, China. Interesting.
Yes, yeah. So I mean, it'd be a really odd shirt to fake. The tags were legit. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. I think from what I'm reading in this group, there's quite a bit of counterfeit Stussy, but it's like
Yeah.
It's just so odd to me, but everything is counterfeited right now, dude. They
Right.
have
If you can think of it, they're making fakes of it.
it's so true, dude. Like they're fucking making fake Carhartt like coveralls,
Yeah.
which is strange. But I've gone down this like really weird rabbit hole on Reddit, and there's like what are they call it's like not fake, but it's like designer reps and stuff
Rep
like
fam.
that. And
The rep fams. That's what
dude,
they
it's
call
like
it.
it's deep, dude.
Shout out to the rep
Dude,
fam, all those folks. Yeah.
it's deep.
It's huge. I used to go on like, man, do we want to get into this? Do we want to talk about reps? I don't know. I feel like we have like a whole like episode that we could devote to like the fake stuff that we've seen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's some specific things I want to hit on. Oh man, I don't know if
I don't
should
think we
that
don't
tonight though.
we don't have enough. We don't have enough time for that.
We've got a lot tonight to talk about.
Tonight.
Let's do that next week. Let's talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Next,
good.
if you want to hear us talk about the fake business, the rep business, the whatever you want to call it, unauthorized, yeah, the back door or whatever.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
It's not fake.
It's unauthorized.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. There's some specific things that we within the Vans community that we can talk about that some of you may know.
Right.
So yeah, we'll do that next week. Let's put that on the bill for not on Bill, but on our bill for next week.
We'll make Bill do everything, all the heavy
Yeah,
lifting.
it's all on Bill.
Let's just say get the mustard out.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an authentic blend. Shout out to Cook Salad, who this is just a one of our followers, new subscribers, subscribed yesterday. So bad day to subscribe, I think, but thank you. We're
on a roll.
I'd say we're not usually that disjointed, but I'd be lying. Also, quick shout. We're gonna do shout outs later. Let's hold on to that. Yeah. So I'm drinking a Bang.
Oh, something new?
Shocking? No, not at all.
Something common?
Very
green and
common.
brown?
One of my favorites, the lemon drop sweet tea.
Oh yeah.
Super good.
Okay.
I wish it was more lemony. It's basically an Arnold Palmer, I think, kind of.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Tastes pretty good.
It's good. It's one of my go-tos. I normally I guess these are super popular. I don't know, because when I go, I buy like all that they have. And then I come back and they'll only have like, I guess they restock because they'll have like 4. When I say I buy all they have, it's not like they have 30 or something. They'll be.
Did
like
we talk
4.
about why you don't just order them on the Bang website and get them shipped?
The only reason why is just like I have to buy like one like flavor.
Case.
And it's
Right.
a case.
Right.
It'd be like 24 of one flavor, right? I don't want 24 blue raz or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why. Maybe Santa Claus will bring you some.
Ooh, Santa. Okay. All right.
Bill, how you going? What you got over there?
So I've been nursing this cold. At least I think it's a cold and not COVID, because I don't believe in COVID, because I have the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, so whatever. Just kidding, kind of. No. So I'm just drinking water. Got the fucking 64-ounce out.
Oh,
Got
it's
the
a lot
big
of water.
dog.
Oh, we doing water. Wow, we changed it up. You mean I can drink something other than Bang on stream? I don't have to.
If you're sick, I guess. I don't know.
I don't have to drink an energy drink at 10 p.m. every Tuesday.
I had a hot tea going yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna switch it up. I like it.
I'm like, my head's been like a balloon all day with the Mucinex and snorting the what are those, the allergy fucking things.
Flonase stuff.
Flonase, yeah, exactly. Yep.
Is it Coke? What are you snorting?
I mean, it was medicinal back, like what?
Hey, yeah, it was prescribed. You could get it.
Medicinal Coke.
What you got? Not Bill. I just did that. What you got, Joe?
To tell you the truth, I cannot can't pronounce it. I think it says double maceration, double maceration. So I'm not really sure.
Maceration.
Maceration. Okay, my bad. I can't spell. Um, it's a blueberry, strawberry, raspberry fruited sour ale.
Ooh.
I have no clue if it's good. It's something that I think Bill would like, but I'm gonna try. It was in the fridge, and
It sounds like fruity, frothy, thick. Yeah,
probably all that.
One of those
Yeah.
sticky boys.
it's one of those.
I should probably pour it into a glass, but I don't know if I want to look at it. That's
Oh.
pretty good.
Look like a blood bank.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
What do you
man.
put it in? What's your? You have a koozie or like a can
Yeah.
cooler or something?
Our company made like
Ooh,
Arctic.
Yeah.
Shout out Arctic, quick plug. We made these to hold 16-ounce cans.
Yeah.
And I'm a cold guy. Like I want my shit cold and to stay
Same.
cold. So that's why typically I throw it in here after I open it.
I could use that for my tall boy. Tall boy bang.
So surprised I wasn't gonna say anything, but look what I made us.
What?
Oh, all right. There we
I
go.
wasn't even gonna say anything,
Oh
but
shit!
I'll check it. And I put Billy on the backside.
Fuck yes!
Oh,
Olive
that's
green
so
too,
dope.
man. That's the color
so
of
dope, dude.
hell yeah,
That's what's
dude.
up.
So
yeah.
I was gonna find a nice little box and then put together a little package for Christmas for you guys. But
Oh
yeah.
man.
So I only made 3, one for each of us. But yeah.
Sorry,
Hell yeah.
viewers.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah, dude. When I saw these that Yeti made them, because all you can find is those those like White Claw ones, the like the skinny boy
Yeah.
ones.
Right.
Yeah,
And I was like, wait, I know I've seen them, and I looked on like Amazon, and I was like, oh wait, I can just order them from Yeti directly and like do the laser etch on them. You just order it
That's
for
so
like
cool.
That's so fucking
hell
dope,
yeah.
dude.
So yeah, these are coming to you guys, both of you. Yeah,
Oh
boy.
man, it's
Oh,
And it's
over.
olive green. Fuck yeah. So
That's the
Love it.
official TAE colorway.
yeah,
I
man,
love
and
it,
it fits
dude.
all of our drinks. So
Olive
all
and
this.
black.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Thank
Yeah,
Bill.
man. Yeah.
Early thank you.
Yeah.
Early thank you.
That's fucking dope,
I was
man.
gonna surprise you, but yeah, there. Surprise.
So
Screw
cool.
it. I'm still surprised.
Ah.
I'm surprised.
That's
Yeah.
hella cool. Sweet. If you're interested in getting one of those, you can't. So don't
Yeah.
ask us. It's
Fuck
not an-
you.
Not an
We'll get you a
official
regular one, and we'll just put
collaboration.
we'll just put a sticker
We'll
on
throw
yours.
a sticker on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
$200 shipped. We'll get them to you.
Yeah.
Word. So we've
Yeah.
got a lot. We got a big show. I don't even have it pulled up here. Let me pull up my notes so I can go and order. Hey, I'm working. These dogs, kids, man. Yeah. So we'll start. We're gonna kick it off with some pretty sad news. Very unexpected. The passing of Virgil Abloh. Man, I don't think anybody was expecting this. Even like
Hell no.
Kid Cudi and folks were posting like shocked, like they didn't even know he was sick. Dang.
Yeah,
big,
man.
Big blow, big loss.
Yeah. He leaves behind a big legacy, and his family, which is
Right.
sadder.
Always. Yeah, man. And and it's just the thing. I guess, he's the guy that's like really humble, as we've seen with all his stories and people's stories about him, and it's like, of course he's not gonna let anybody know, he's gonna
Right.
do the whole, Chadwick Boseman thing, like just keep
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
Just
same
like
thing.
that, right?
Right.
keep it to yourself so nobody treats you any different, I'd probably
Right.
do the same shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I think I totally get it. I mean, I was in healthcare for a long time, and there's a lot of people who keep their diagnoses, secret from people. I'm sure like I should say, I'm assuming his wife knew and things like that probably, but there are lots of people who get sick, who have terminal illnesses, who don't want to talk about it, don't want people to know for that reason. Like they don't want to be treated differently. Like they're more than your disease, right? You're more than just cancer, and you don't want that to define you. And obviously, Virgil is a giant, and he would be. I think even if people knew that he was sick, like the cancer would be like a footnote, right? It wouldn't be like he's done so much. He achieved so much. I posted, on our Instagram that like it's hard for me to think of somebody who's had a bigger impact. I think I said 10 years, but maybe even longer than that. A bigger impact on sneakers, street outside of Kanye, right? Probably like
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
else has impacted more, done more than Virgil did?
People you didn't know about. Like it's like the designer was not like the superstar, you know?
Right.
We know of Tinker Hatfield now, but
Mm-hmm.
as younger kids buying that shit, we didn't know who,
No one knew
you
who
know.
the hell
Right.
he was. Right.
No,
Yeah.
no, not until it, later on, and you started becoming like more educated on, and people in the culture were like letting you know about it, and you had books to read about
Right.
them and stuff, sneaker magazines and shit, which, you know what I mean? And that's just kind of, I mean, then again, it's the internet era, right? So the information is out there for everybody to learn and,
Right.
see. And the way he came up was, through Kanye. So he was already, kind of like out there and pretty crazy though, man. Yeah. Crazy
We
impact. You look back on it, it's ridiculous.
Bill and I said a ton of shit about it yesterday, and like I think I have two opinions on it. Like one opinion is, um, yes, I know his impact, and then the other opinion was I also think he really what it's just terrible. I don't want to say anything bad about it, but I don't think he was really for the culture. I don't see $500 shorts and $290 t-shirts as for the culture, but um,
Yeah, I get it.
denying his impact on anything would be a bold faced lie. So I feel terrible as someone who has a new family, like leaving your family behind.
Yeah.
It's tragic,
And
and
maybe
yeah, it's just
I was gonna
tragic,
say
man.
maybe our point of view is like, once again, old heads. We don't like change. We resist change.
Right.
We
Right,
like things the way they were. Streetwear tees are supposed to be $30, which is already like ridiculous for a a t-shirt that's $5.
Right.
right.
You know what I mean?
we
But
haven't. We don't recognize inflation in our old head
yeah,
movements. We're like,
yeah,
damn,
right.
bro.
Well,
It's
we were strong enough to resist Pyrex almost 10 years ago, and then
yeah.
we resisted this too. So I didn't buy into it 10 years ago, and I didn't buy into it now. But Bill and I also we both agreed with each other. Like, yeah, we were trying to get the shoes too. Like,
Because that's our thing, you know what I mean? That
mhm,
we are always going to be about that culture. At least I think we
right,
will. But you know what I mean? So we're going after those things. He
of
makes
course,
those things for us, guys
Yeah.
like us. But
right,
we got to compete with all the other mindsets and the other,
Everyone.
generations that are doing it for different reasons. And we don't got that connect. We don't got the friends in the shops that are selling those.
Right.
So we got to resort to the raffles.
yeah,
And it's, I don't know, man, it flipped everything upside down,
right.
and
I
his
had it,
just have to be the most hype and worth most, so
right,
it was the most popular.
For
That
whatever reason, right? I don't know, but I mean the dude. He obviously like he hit a vein, right, with his
hmm
mhm,
design stuff. The
mhm,
the 10. I think some of those are. I own two of them. I own the Desert Ore Air Max 90s and the black Prestos.
mm,
And I
the all black, or the first one, the black
the
with the white
the black
sole.
with the white sole.
Damn, that's the one to
mm,
have.
And I think that's it. I think those are the only ones that I have. But a lot of, I mean, I'll repeat what I often say on here, right? When we talk about this stuff, it's like a lot of that stuff's just not for me, right? It wasn't made for me,
mm,
and with me in mind, and that's okay. I can still
right.
stand in the back of the room. Like if I go to a punk show, I'm still gonna stand in the back of the room and go, "What the fuck?" Just because I'm a bitter old scenester, right? And
We're that fucking meme where the guy is standing in the party in the room,
yes,
you know
they don't know
they
my
don't know.
Vans are made in the USA.
Yeah, that
Right?
guy, that's
Exactly.
us.
It's 100%, right? Like,
Yeah.
um, but one thing that I think that I've seen, right? We have one of them up on the screen right now. Is like the response from the community, from the
Mm,
shops, and from other people who are also like old heads, right? Like who
Yeah.
mhm,
are probably it's our level of old head, being like old heads, but not being people like Ronnie Faig or someone who's a multimillionaire and who would call Virgil a friend, probably, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like, that's part of your community. It's part of your circle or whatever. But like, the one from St. Alfred. St. Alfred is a van stockist from in Chicago. Not just a van stockist. They're a big shop. They're a luxury shop, and they posted
A boutique.
That's the word I'm looking for. A boutique.
I said they're not
Buddy.
very big. You walk in there, it's like so tiny.
It's a boutique.
It's a boutique.
To our dear friend Virgil, thank you for all that you gave, not only us, but the community and the world. A graceful soul with so much life, energy, and inspiration, a Chicago legend, a beautiful breeze of a zeitgeist. Our love and prayers go out to your family, loved ones, and friends. To the kids out there, you can do it too. Until we meet again, with love always, St. Alfred. And they have some photos of Virgil in St. Alfred gear, like from back.
He worked there.
Yeah, he worked there.
I did not know that.
We just kind of discovered that yesterday. Yeah, researching it. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So that's sorry, Bill. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead, because I don't know.
I mean, all I was gonna say was like I remember his coming up into actually chatter was his work with Kanye West, because I think he might have been semi under IBN Jasper, and that's where his come up kind of came up and started. So all that Chicago stuff makes sense now that when you connect the dots.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
And I was gonna touch on the subject of like community and culture, man. Like, that's a fucking boutique that's known for selling rare and hype sneakers, which attracts dudes like us, dudes like Virgil. They start there, you know what I mean? And this is the same story. You can go to Blends, you see guys that have gone on to start their own things, or do work for other companies too. Undefeated, like these shops do, they do attract people that end up becoming something in the industry, and doing stuff.
For instance.
And not even just the boutiques, but like this is how pro skaters, they start off from a local shop that they're hanging out at. It's these cultures, these communities that breed these things, and then it just sucks when like the big dogs like Nike come in and blow out all the small shops, and like force in some ways. I mean, we can't put all the blame on them, but like why institutions of skate shops and boutiques close down. Why the fuck is Kicks Hawaii closed? You know what I mean? Like, why the fuck do some of these places, like, there's no reason that shops like that should have, closed. Maybe if they had a little bit more help from these bigger, big brands, instead of like you're kind of forcing them out because somebody else has more money to order more, or buy in. And we've seen it over and over, man.
A lot of it is just vision, and these companies or these boutiques or these shops or whatever have the vision to hire, the next wave.
Yeah.
And I know we probably look at them and go, "These guys aren't the next fucking wave. Like these nerds, no way." But when in reality, I mean, people eat it, people buy it, people. Like, I look at, like, do you guys know who Dee and Ricky are?
Heard of them? Music.
Yeah,
guys, right?
but they're just loud and eccentric. They remind me of what's the guy, the 80s guy with the hair, Kid and Play. It reminds me of that, but just like on crack. You know what I mean? Like times 10, times 1,000.
Sure.
And like, I don't understand any of that shit, but they have Puma collaborations, and I guess they sell out, and it just amazes me what some people do. But
what comes to mind when you said about like hiring the next wave or whatever? Matt Ty.
Oh,
Matt Ty
interesting.
went from, I mean, he was just a kid, right? He was just a guy who we knew from the forum, from the buy sell trade group on Facebook. Who was just a face in the crowd. Really cool kid. I say kid, I don't mean that pejoratively, but he was a teenager. He was young. genuine guy as much as anyone else is, and now he works for Bape and does like, I mean, he's taking like promotional shots for Drake. He's doing like all sorts of crazy, awesome stuff. Just from that one door opening, right? Like,
Yeah,
Right.
man.
who
That's
knows
dope.
what's in the future for him? I like the sky's the limit for Matt Ty. Matt Ty,
Yeah,
you probably don't listen, but if you do,
he
this one's
he took a
Right.
lot of pictures for the authentic era pop-ups like in Pomona. So that
Mm.
was cool too. Maybe
He-
maybe
I think that's like like he's a hustler, right?
right.
Like
Yep.
that's
He's
that's
hungry.
like
He's hungry.
yeah, a lot of people hustle different ways, and right now the cool way to hustle is to sell 30 pairs of white cement threes,
mhm.
or Jordan lows or Jordan mids,
From
but
the mall, from
Yeah.
your
yeah, at
local
the
mall.
mall, right next to Foot Locker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he hustled like he engulfed himself into this culture and like you know he
Yeah,
played the game.
he
He
did
played the
he
game and kept
designed a
playing it. And,
tee, at least one, right, for
yeah,
Bape now. So like it was
pretty
like their
rad, man.
10th anniversary opening or something like that. Like he did a
Hmm.
whole. That's just crazy. Like it really puts in perspective, like this. Looking at Virgil's rise, right? Like I had no idea that he used to work for St. Alfred, and
Yeah,
to go from St. like this picture that he has here, like from St. Alfred to here, like when he was promoted to,
crazy man.
the Louis Vuitton. I can't remember what his position was. I should know what that is, but
Sort of like a creative director or art.
yeah, it's something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Like to go from a dude at a retail shop in Chicago, like in a boutique, right? Not just a retail shop, but like a
Sure.
boutique, um, to having your initials like stamped on the inside of one of the most sought after shoes in history,
Mhm.
the Yeezy 2, right? His
Mhm.
initials are in there with every like whatever many people's initials are in there, but like he's part of that. To be, at Louis Vuitton in this position, that is meteoric.
It's
I don't know what
crazy.
other word to use. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. That's wild,
It's
man.
it changed the way I think about him simply because I don't wish bad on anybody and I feel terrible, but I still hold the opinion of I I don't think what he did necessarily was like game changing, but the way he did it was game changing.
Man,
I can put
I
I
don't
can
know.
put chains and shit on stuff, but like
But you
he just
didn't.
I did it, and
It's the whole. I
he
get it.
catered to a group of people, dude.
It's the
I understand that.
contemporary art. That's what contemporary art is, right? It's like I could do that, yeah, but he did it.
But
So now you're just a
exactly.
Right,
biter. You know
Like
what I
look
mean?
at
Now
right.
you're just a biter, and
Jackson Pollock, right? I can put paint on a
yeah,
thing like this, but I didn't do it. He
Mhm.
right.
did it, right? And you
Right.
think like this most recent collab from End and Mastermind would have happened in the way that it happened without having the off-white stuff, like
Right.
the
No.
the
Right.
inside out, stuff that's
No.
taken the world by
Yeah.
storm.
Yeah. The whole
Uh,
deconstructed shoes
right,
and
like
yeah.
he. I mean, I don't know. All I could say is like love or hate like the design stuff. You
Mhm.
cannot. I don't think you can legitimately argue against what he did and how I think he did change the game a lot.
Yeah.
We'll look back on it and it'll be like this was the 2010s to 2020s, right?
Yeah.
Like just like you can identify like 70s and 80s fashion and 90s fashion, I think this kind of is going to be like like the benchmark for that.
Defined by Virgil, absolutely. Yeah.
Mm. Good luck
Um,
getting his last anything from Louis Vuitton
oh, is it?
if you
Oh.
want it. You better know some people.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I think that we could definitely talk about is like the after his death, people who've been holding on to stuff just started listing it everywhere. Because that's
That's how it
capitalism.
works.
That's
That's
how
how it works.
opportunists are. That's loyalty, right? I mean, the true definition of loyalty.
So they are all
Yeah,
selling
right.
all their stuff now. Or yeah, absolutely. Everyone's
Yeah.
selling everything now, and I should say everyone, because people are buying it, obviously, if they're selling it. But I haven't checked like the StockX stuff. I'm sure that there's an increase.
Oh, it's up.
It's a
all
spike,
up.
big spike.
The fucking those the green books.
Oh yeah, that Nike book.
It's bananas, dude. That sold out. You know, they made 400 million copies of that, and
it's
they're all
totally
gone now.
right?
Yeah,
Man,
it's sad. It's a legacy left behind, and you know, there's 2 to 4 years worth of shit that is already designed.
right.
So what they and in production. So what they do with that will be interesting.
Yeah.
I want those black cement 4s, man. Damn, just that one.
Yeah, did they can those or
I don't know. I don't know if that's on production or what. It was in those photos, you know, where they were like previewing all the upcoming stuff.
Right.
Yeah, they had that leak photo and it was like it said like unit cost was like 410 or some shit like that,
Oh,
dude, for
geez.
that shoe. That was
Chat
pretty
says they
shit.
canceled something. What did they? Which one did they cancel?
I think they
that one?
canceled those.
Lyman said he canceled one, but he didn't say which. So I guess we'll see.
Lyman, come on, bro. You told us about Kim Jones in the warehouse. Help us out
You
here.
got the inside tip, man. Let us
Help
know.
us,
Help
bro.
us out. Help us.
Yeah.
And Lehigh
So,
says the Canary Jordan ones are supposed to come out.
see, I
That's
haven't
like
even-
all. I
haven't
don't
looked
remember
at
what that
those.
one looked like. Yeah.
He said Blazer
Oh yeah, yeah.
lows.
Okay.
They canceled the Blazer lows.
Oh okay.
I'm not
Oh,
a
the
fan of
canary
Blazer
yellows are
lows
the canary yellows are like the baby blue ones, same color blocking.
Those
I like
Blazers
Blazer lows. I like, dude. There's not that
can't do it.
Blazer low SB.
Okay, SB maybe. There's a couple models maybe that I would be into. I'm a high when it comes to the Blazer. I love the high, like the '77, the vintage style. I really
get
like
it.
But like those the Sakai Cause ones that y'all showed me the other day. I was like, what the hell is this? It does not look good. Not look
Terrible.
good at all.
It was the ugliest shoe in
Whatever.
potentially the world. I would rather have an off-white shoe.
It's it's definitely like it's just one of those things where it's not for me. And I'm a Cause wacko. I got Cause shit everywhere. I got the Cause 4s. I've got Cause stuff in my living room. I'm like a guy. There was a thing on Twitter where some girl was like, "Why do guys like Cause so much?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just do. I can't explain it, but I do."
I have a really cool Clips album signed by Cause.
Oh, you got a signature?
When the casket
Wow.
when the casket drops, the Pink album.
Yeah.
I'm not the best album, but he did the artwork for that, and that was like probably at his initial height of his popularity with streetwear, and now it's a whole nother level because now you have a new group of people, but yeah, that was pretty cool. He sold it on his website.
I remember when the 808s and Heartbreaks one came out. I bought that on vinyl from like TowerRecords.com.
That's
Like
my
right when
shit.
when that shit came out, I was like, oh, Cause album cover alternate. I guess Virgil did the original cover with just the balloon.
Oh,
Yeah, I was reading that too. Virgil did that album. He did the My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Look at that. That's crazy, bro.
The what's the one with the clear CD with like the red little piece of
Yeezus.
sticker? Yeah, was that Yeezus? Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I knew he did that one.
Okay.
But I didn't know that about the.
Yeah, there was
That's
like a
crazy.
discog of like all the different ones. I saw it somewhere.
That's deep Kanye. That's where my Kanye lineage wants to stop.
That's my favorite Kanye record.
Yeezus?
Oh, 808s.
Okay.
Yeezus is fucking good. I mean, I could turn this into a Kanye podcast real quick. I've got an 808s tattoo. I've got the album cover tattoo.
I never gave that album the respect until I went to the concert. He redid that concert.
You went there? The
Yeah,
Hollywood
dude,
Bowl?
I got the shirt and everything, bro.
Bro, I went 2 nights in a row.
Did you?
Yes.
We were there then. I
Man.
went because we just came back from my buddy's wedding in Hawaii, and it was like my buddy bought tickets and he was gonna take a chick, but then he bought better tickets like up close. He's like, "You want to go?" So I was like, "Hell yeah!" So
Bro.
Tin and I went, That shit was awesome, dude.
Closest thing to a spiritual experience that I have ever had.
Yeah.
It was just like on another level.
Super dope, especially when you start producing like live with like the pianos and like all that stuff
Yep.
and getting the choir and everybody going. I was like, oh, all right, this is pretty sick. All right.
Man.
And then you really get to just feel it, because the bass fucking hits there like nothing. So then obviously the whole album's all based around, the 808. So it's
Right.
like you just feel it.
That
Everybody
shit
was,
speaks to me,
Dude.
man. I was
oh yeah.
oh
The-
god. Take me
My
back.
second Kanye concert was in 2007 or 2008. And check out this lineup, dude. Rihanna, Nerd, Lupe, Kanye.
Damn.
That's
And this
crazy.
is right. This is at like Yeezy 1 prototypes, glow in the dark on stage, like
Yeah.
fucking crazy, dude. That was a dope show. That was a dope show, and it was on 420.
Gotta blaze it. Blaze up.
420, blaze it.
Man. Yeah, so
R.I.P. Virgil.
I guess to close out the Virgil stuff, I'm sure this will not be the last time we talk about Virgil and Off-White. It seems to come up pretty often, but an absolute giant who is leaving a void, and I'm interested to see who's gonna fill it.
Yeah, what's
The
what's
only-
streetwear,
who's
what
next?
sneakers gonna look like,
Dude, well, the only one that was like close to even competing with Virgil was Fear of God.
And Jerry's
Yeah.
sort of like he hasn't been around, right?
He went
But-
back
the
to
but
just
the-
it's like he fell back into what he does, like
Right.
his own
But
brand.
I'm just saying, like as far as notoriety,
Mhm.
where like real, like I don't know, I always see people walking around and it says essentials all across their chest.
Yeah.
Sure,
It's
yeah.
like, all right, now
Yeah.
I know you shop at the mall, like whatever, but
Pack Sun in the house.
but like realistically, like if you were to cross Off-White and Fear of God or Fear of God Essentials or whatever, it's very similar. It's very.
Yeah, I think
I just can't think of anybody else. I can't even think even Pharrell and how popular he is, and Kanye and how popular he is. Yeezy, the brand never even touched Off-White.
Right.
I just can't think of. To me, I guess if there's number one is Off-White, and then number two is a far distant two of Fear of God. And that'd be just Jerry Lorenzo trying to fill any of those gaps, but I just don't know if that's even a thing.
I say there's definitely an argument to be made there that Virgil is number one, and that he probably is. As far as
Right.
reach and stuff like that.
Notoriety.
Right.
What counts now, which is really like resale shit. Like that's what everything's based on.
I think
Right.
that Kanye is probably second. Kanye is still selling out at Gap. Those
Right.
big, whatever those jackets are. I can't even get one. I don't even want one, but I can't
You
get
can't
one.
get one.
Like if I get a notification from Gap and they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, sold out." I'm like, what the hell? I didn't even know they were up for sale yet. But yeah, I mean, I think that it's Jerry is definitely the fog stuff, and I think that we talk a lot about accessibility, like things being accessible to people, whereas like Fear of God is a $700 pair of jeans, right?
Right.
But Fog, I guess lower
Essentials.
tier brand or
Right.
whatever of it, you can get $100 at Pac Sun or something, and
Right.
that breeds that accessibility where people want to have that look, right? But
Right.
they don't have the money. Hell, I don't have the money to spend $700 on a pair of jeans, right? And to be honest with you, like I buy jeans for $100 that are probably better quality and will last me a lot longer. But I'm a selvage denim nut, so whatever. But
Uniqlo, $60 salvage denim.
Uniqlo, bro. The jeans I wear every day, Uniqlo. They're salvaged denim. They don't even make the style anymore. But I wear them every. So yeah, I don't know who's next. We'll see. I think it's probably somebody we haven't heard of. Who's gonna step in and fill that space, or maybe we have heard of them and they're just gonna surprise us. Who knows?
Yeah, because Nike's put a lot of eggs in that basket.
Man,
You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Go back to the retros? Those are already not really doing too well.
No one cares.
You know? Yeah.
We don't care about them retros, bruh.
That's because they're all at Bill's Mall.
Yeah,
It's true.
man.
Bill got we keep making a joke. Bill has been blessed with a new shop that's opened up in his area.
West Covina Mall, West Covina Plaza. What's the fucking? What was the name of that
Shout
shop?
out.
Like Liquor? What was the name?
What?
It's in the video I think that I sent.
It's so
Wait,
bad.
the shop was called Liquor?
Liquor,
So
Liquor. Yeah, it is fucking Liquor. I'm playing back the video.
Why
like,
is it called Liquor?
Maybe it's
and why do they have 6 rows of Supreme Air Force One?
the owners look Middle Eastern, so maybe it was lost in translation. I don't know. I mean,
Shoe Palace.
Maybe
Shoe Palace style.
Yeah, dude. But it was like a wall full of Jordan 1s and then Jordan 4s. Yeah, a lot of mids with Jumpmans on the hill.
It's
and
very
the tongue.
like generic. The store.
Yeah.
It's like brown wall with like black.
It was a Disney store. That used to be the Disney store. So if you're familiar with West Covina Mall, there's no more Disney store. It's now Fuckboys Central Sneakers Unlimited, of America. I don't know. Fuck. And you walk to the left, it's all Yeezys. They got a Yeezy corner. It's nothing but those Yeezy slides with the sawtooth bottoms, and then all the the Adidas.
Oh, the ones that are sold out.
Yeah, man, that's where they're all at.
Store. Okay,
they're all there.
Go
So
to Covina, baby.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts, man. I'm like, well, okay, all right. Nobody asked for this.
Who is this for?
But it's funny though, because like we were okay with it when it was just like Flight Club and Riff, right? We were okay with it, like, oh yeah, sneaker resells, and then like Project Blitz or Croatian style before it was turned into Project Blitz, but then everything just became resale, and then it's like now there's just more.
Became that, right?
Everything is up for grabs, and now it wasn't just about finding the coolest of the cool shit. Now it's like everything's for sale. Like, oh.
Everything.
The fuck, man.
Everything, dude. I mean, the retail experience is. Well, no, I'm sorry, not the retail experience, but your average shopper thinks that that's retail.
Yeah.
That is not retail. That is. It's not retail, but they don't know that, dude. So when they're going in, they're going, "Oh, damn, you got like they're buying fucking red and black Jordan mids for $160." Like,
no, they're not. Nobody is.
Right? They are though. That's dude. Jordan lows. I'm telling you, dude. Jordan lows. Jordan 1 lows. Jordan 1 mids. They have alerts out the ass for these things, and it's all gone within seconds. It's clicked. It's done.
I guess it's like the dunk thing too, right? Like dunks were like whatever, unless it was some exclusive. Like SB had like its whole thing, right, where you couldn't get an SB, and then no one cared about SB, and like you could get whatever you wanted, even like the hype stuff from before, you could still get for pretty cheap.
Right.
And now there's like this resurgence for it, and that bled over into just like the normal dunk, like being whatever it is, like a black and white dunk, just a plain color block black and white dunk now, resell for $400 or something. Like,
it's the power of the influence, man. It all started with the SBs coming back. And then Nike just started putting out GR dunks, and then dumb people are like, "Oh, same." They didn't watch the dunk versus dunk SB video. You know what I mean? So maybe
essential viewing.
You gotta watch the video.
So they didn't know the difference. Same with like an OG Jordan 1 versus a Jordan mid. They don't know Your mom comes home with the Jordan mid from the mall, and she says, "This is the one you wanted."
I got you.
And you're like,
these dunks are these?
And you
Jordan?
fucking go Eric Cartman on her ass, and it's like, fuck, man. You know, it's horrible, man.
Next thing you know, you're getting clowned at school. But now who's the clown?
Yeah. Right.
If you're paying over retail for that shit, you're the clown.
You're a clown.
And it's not the guy. It ain't the guy selling it. It ain't the guy selling it. It's the guy. It's
There's
the
a
people buying
designer
it.
for
That's
it, right?
and that's
crazy.
always been. Well, that's always been the problem. If these people stop buying it, it goes away.
Yep.
I can't stand these consignment stores, dude. It's they're dime a dozen now.
They're
Dime a
everywhere.
dozen, and you listen.
Yeah, sorry, Bill.
No, I'm sorry, dude. But the conversation that Joe and I overheard when we were in San Diego at one of the shops, and we're just like, Joe's like, we gotta leave. Like, this is like, I'm gonna fucking
Didn't do it,
go off
dude.
on
I
somebody in
already
here.
know what you're talking about. I've been to that
Yeah.
shop, and I'm like,
The
It's
misinformation.
plain, dude. There's nothing about that shop that's like, man, what a cool shop. What a great concept where you have Ubik and blends. Well, RIP Ubik, but you know, Atmos.
Yeah.
You still have these shops with um, flavor and creativity, and you walk in and you're excited about it, and like, you know, it's just shirts and plastic bags and shoes wrapped.
Yep.
And you're paying out the fucking ass for it. Like,
Yeah, like triple,
dude.
quadruple
Stop.
easily, man. Yep.
Stop. Eddie, you said it the other day in our text. You're paying more to buy it in store when you can just pay resale online
for cheaper, right?
and for cheaper. Yeah, I don't. It's still stupid either way, but like, there's nothing like the 7 or 8 consignment shops. We might even have more in San Diego. But
That's
why?
wild to me.
You're telling me that we need this shit? Like, it's crazy, dude. Listen, I've been buying and selling shoes for a long fucking time. Like, a long fucking time. I love making money, dude. I love buying shoes that I want to wear, and I love getting shoes that I'm going, hell yeah, dude. That's a check right there. I'm going to Vegas. I love that shit. I bought my house on shoes. I love shoes.
If you're just tuning in, Joey has a gambling problem.
I mean, not that it's not that bad. But
I'm just
you get
kidding.
what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying.
doesn't really.
Like, I've seen Bill's storage. Eddie, I know what you have.
Yeah.
Bill, you've seen my garage. You know what's in there, dude. Like, I got shit. We all got shit. I don't get the new school. Like, hey, I know it just came out for $30. I couldn't get it last week, so now I'm gonna pay the $75 because I really need it. Every week there's something new coming out. Get that next time, dude. Pick a new brand, which is why I like to fuck with Noah. Like, I know Noah sells out, but I don't have to click it in 4 seconds. Like, I can make that judgment. Like, dude, I really like that. That's fucking dope. I'm gonna buy that. Yeah. Everything just is gone now, dude. Like,
you got to keep jumping ship to other brands that are just like ahead of the curve, and that's like a hipster at heart, I guess. You know, that's like the sort of like what makes up, you know, people like that. You know, like us, always looking for the next thing. You know, or just sticking to like a brand that like you're kind of loyal to. Maybe you know the people, and maybe you have a connection to them or the shop or whatever. So.
Bill, you're a perfect example. You're a perfect example of that with the Guamanian brands and stuff that. Like,
right.
That's
awesome. And to tell you the truth, I don't even really know them on a personal level. Like, I know information more so than them, but still, it's like it's putting it out there so that way it's like kind of like an identity. You know what I mean? I can associate with it, and and it's not super hype,
it's unique.
Yeah,
it's unique,
hell yeah,
dude. Like I've had a couple information shirts. I know it. Like, I don't know, man. There's just such a big gap, and it's just odd to see people.
They're not doing it for the right reasons, man. They need to like realize it's better to stand out and be unique, you know, than to just all wear the same thing, you know, and go after the same thing,
right?
You know,
dude, last week, and I know we probably have to move on, but I got one more thing to say.
Yeah.
Last week, my favorite guy from Vegas who owns that big shop, he told people to open business credit cards and buy white Air Force Ones because they're not because Air Force Ones are selling. So what's Air Force One? $90, and they're
Right?
reselling for
Maybe.
one.
Well,
Dude,
$90, right?
120. I'm like pretty positive 120, $130. Because Bill, if you walk into your new favorite store, they probably have
mm-hmm.
white Air Force Ones to sell, and you're thinking like,
Yes.
why the fuck does anyone need a white Air Force One that they can't just buy on sale because they're
Right.
just there? I mean,
From Foot
if
Yeah.
they don't,
Locker right now.
right, if they don't make 1 billion units of white Air Force Ones, what is Nike doing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just bananas to me. So when I heard him say that, like, open up business credit cards to get that, like, it's all encouragement because if you continue to do this, all those businesses continue to thrive. There
Yep.
has to be a bubble. There has to be a bubble.
Yeah.
Eventually, human
Bro,
beings have to get smart. And
100%
just like
sold
Bape,
out.
and
Where
just
on
like
Nike?
The Nike Air Force One 07 LE from Foot Locker.
it's sold out.
The
White.
only pair that's available is a size 10. That's it.
They're all sitting off on the ships right now. They just need to unload them
$90.
shits. That's all.
Yeah, I agree. And
Yeah.
like Bape says, apes together strong, humans together
Return to
strong.
ape.
There you go, man.
Return
Which
to
Here
we're
we go.
which we're gonna get into.
Yes. So yeah, so the reason we were yesterday, right, was Bape Day at Vans.com. And I thought I had So we had been anticipating this release for a while. We were the last to get it in the US. Which no complaints. It's cool. And so I was up Monday into Tuesday. I just happened to be up at like 2 a.m. right, so they were posted around that time. Like the USPS stuff came up, and then maybe 30 to 45 minutes later, the Bape stuff was posted, and so it was an easy clap for me. I was up. Who else is? I mean, I'm a vampire, so it was lucky that me and Dave's up, right, because he. I don't
And
know.
go to
Dave's
work.
work schedule is something
Going to
crazy.
work, yeah. Yeah,
He's
yeah. He
something
wakes up at like
ridiculous.
3. Yeah.
So yeah, he just happened to be up, and so we were both able to get no problem. The shoes, I got a black hoodie. I got both of the shoes. I got the Skate High and the Authentic. The shoes are almost sold out. There's a few smaller sizes left. The Skate High, and then the Authentic I think has more sizes. Yeah, same. Minimal.
Mostly smaller.
Small, 3.5 to 6.5. Men's is available. And then the hoodies are all sold out. They don't even have. When I checked before, they didn't even have the black hoodie up anymore.
If you refresh or search,
Yeah.
then the links show up. But yeah, they're playing around with them.
Yeah, I see that the gray one is listed on there, and it is out of stock.
Mhm.
Yep.
So yeah, y'all had some experience. I don't know if y'all ended up getting anything from the drop, but
I think Bill got lucky.
Possibly a black 2X hoodie on a restock. Sometimes that site glitches, and then like if you're on the app, like on your phone, it'll like let an order go through. Hopefully they don't cancel it. Vans has canceled orders on me before, so not like it used to be where it's pretty
Wow.
much guaranteed.
They don't know who you are. They just
You know
have
what
to
I mean?
cancel you.
Shit,
Hey,
man.
this is a waffle head, bro. What are y'all doing?
Listen, we didn't even get a fucking early link, and I thought we were cool, but I guess we're not. So,
Yeah, I don't even know if Vans does that, but if y'all got any in the warehouse
Backdoor
or
VIP.
hook up our
Ooh,
boy Joey with
backdoor
his
VIP.
2X there.
Need a.
Hook it
I
up.
would love a gray 2X.
Yeah.
Yeah, my regret is not getting the gray hoodie too. I should have just got it. I had a lot of difficulty actually checking out. It wouldn't accept my card. It wouldn't accept my address. Like, I was trying, and eventually I just was like, I'm gonna try on my computer. I went to the computer and it checked out, no problem. But I was in bed, like on my phone, should have just worked. Apple Pay does not work on Vans for some reason for me. Every time it just says no. It says cannot process.
That
Oh,
happens to me with Nike sometimes. I don't
so
know.
weird. I
Weird.
don't know, but yeah, they were when I checked out first with the skate high and the hoodie because just wasn't really feeling the authentic. It just seemed sort of meh. I just don't like the pattern. I mean, obviously I love the Bape camo, right? But like it just we talked about it before. We don't need to go in too much into it, but it just wasn't. I don't think it was done properly, right? Whatever. But they sent me a $25 gift card immediately. And so I
Yeah.
was like, oh, well, I'm just going to check out with these. And so I got the authentic for $70. So
Yes.
hard to say no to that when I got that. I'm supposed to get another gift card, but they haven't sent it yet. So we'll see. We'll see if that works. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were able to cop. I think if you got the shoes, it was a lot easier. They hung around for a lot longer than the hoodies did. But yeah, it seems like a pretty successful release for Vans and for Bape. I think we knew that. We knew that regardless of how we felt the execution of the collaboration, this was gonna go.
Right.
So
Like we knew better, you know, and
But the timing, we just didn't know when they were gonna drop, and of
that was
course,
it.
fucking 12:30. I went to sleep at 12 like 05, and I
Yep.
put the phone on do not disturb, so I'm not getting no
Yep.
messages. And son of a bitch.
It's all good. And like honestly, Bill, I was about a second behind you
Mhm.
when you said Joe restock, and the first Apple Pay didn't go through, and then I just tried on PayPal, and then it said out of stock.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Wasn't meant to be. Saved me $100 or 120 or how much or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Spent plenty of money last week.
120 or whatever.
Oh.
Also of note that Postal Service collection is doing really well. It's like the skate high is almost sold out.
Oh, dope.
The authentic, I don't know if that's also almost
Our
sold
mall
out.
had the authentic. They had the authentic like at the West Covina Mall.
The only thing that looks like it's got in stock, unless you're a 13, is the old school. But everything else just about sold out. So
Cool.
Random, but cool.
It's like it's always hard to tell, right? Like what's gonna go well, what's gonna hit, what's gonna like do well on social media for the post. But I'm sure you see the same thing. Like you'll post something and you'll be like, something I may be super into, and it'll get like 130 or like 200 likes, and then something totally random that I'm like, whatever, will get like 5,000.
Yeah.
Just like what? I can't call it. It's so weird.
Yeah.
So that was the Bape release. So that's why we were baped out. In my pastel or my Bape shit. I didn't go as planned though because of me yesterday. But yeah, cool release. If you copped, let us know. My stuff's supposed to arrive. It shipped today, so free 2-day shipping as well. If you're Vans family, if you checked out. So and I think that's still going on. I think that you're still doing the 2-day shipping if you check out with the Vans family stuff. Don't use the app though. Oh my god, do not use the Vans family app. I don't know what is going on with that thing, but it is totally broken.
That was weird.
That shit is like you open that app and like there's no. The buttons are broken. It just has like what the HTML is for the button. It's like completely broken. I don't know what, and it wasn't like that before. So they updated something, and it's not. I don't know. I'm sure they're working on it, but God, stay away from it.
Eddie broke it.
It was me. I am the app designer. I'm the engineer. So into some upcoming releases, and boy. It's going to be an expensive weekend. I'll say that. Bill and I were talking, this is our Christmas time where we're supposed to be purchasing gifts, but here now we've got a lot to go over. Specifically, the Undefeated Vault collaboration that we have.
Yeah, man. Came out of nowhere, man. It was like quick. It's like a 1 week, campaign. That's it. No build up, just bam. Here it is, coming this end of this week.
We got like that teaser, right, for from I guess the owner.
Matt. The very first one was the green pair that my buddy Matt, Shoe Hefner, he got a pair, from Undefeated, and
Okay.
so that was the very first photos that we saw because he sent it to me, and he's like, I was like, can I share that or is this just for me to see? He's like, yeah, you can share it. I was like, fuck yeah, right away. So I was like, first, and
Yeah,
then they
super
started rolling
cool.
out.
Um, the so three colorways we have. I don't know what the official names of them
Oh,
are.
let me
Do
look
you?
it up. Yeah, let me see here. Okay, so it's Bistro Green, Blue Iolite, and Buckthorn Brown. Those are the three
Okay.
official colorways.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
I so I'm in love. I mean, these are. If you don't know the history of the Undefeated collab, it was their first skate high, right, that they did with Vans.
Yep.
Had this
Hmm.
same logo, and there were 5 colorways.
Yes.
So
Yep.
5 colorways that were all NBA teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Inspired by different teams
right,
in the
not
NBA.
official collabs, but they had. Let's see what I'll leave something out. Clippers,
Lakers, Clippers,
Lakers, Bulls,
Knicks,
Knicks.
and
Knicks,
Bulls.
Bulls,
Yeah, they
and
had Bulls.
Bucks. Bucks or
They have
Sonics? Supersonics, green
probably
and yellow.
The Sonics,
Supersonics,
yeah, the
right?
Sonics,
Yeah.
Supersonics.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Hmm.
So yeah, so these are the same U-Man print that we love from that collab. I don't think these are team colors though, right? I think
No.
these are just
No.
new colors.
Yep.
Um, for me, it's the green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing,
Great. It's great homage, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
nice, absolutely beautiful, emerald green. They released a bunch of other pictures today that they all look good. There's
Hmm.
not a bad pair here, and I think that the brown, I guess is what they're calling it, is also good. I really love them. The undefeated Dubray, great addition. Um, the Dubray, if you don't know, is that people call them lace locks, but it's not a lace lock. It's totally
Oh,
different. It's that the thing on the
just
bottom of the lace
yeah.
with the logo.
Same ones that they featured, on the skate highs,
Yep.
and
Um,
featuring the same the U Man, right? That was
yep.
fun fact too, designed by Jeff McFedridge.
Oh,
He
word?
was
Hmm.
he's the one who
That's cool.
designed the U Man for them back like when they opened their stores. I guess that's
Wow.
Okay.
part of the write up that I got from Vans. He gifted them the logo in around
Oh
2002 when
yeah.
they opened the doors,
I see
and
that.
then
I've got that pulled up on the stream. I
yeah, I
guess I
was
can
like, oh, I
read it.
I never knew that. Yeah, I didn't know that was designed by him. So that's kind of cool too. And like now you see it all the time. They use U Man quite a bit.
Oh, it's everywhere. I've
They
got
like
a.
brought him back. He went away for a while, and then they brought him back with like the keychains and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
So
They did the the bear brick that they did.
yeah.
The wear a shoe
The Air,
did.
the
Hmm.
Air Max. They came out with like the toy for the Air Max too. I
Yep.
think
That's
is a new
right.
man.
Yep. 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 So that's cool. That was
Um,
Jeff McFetridge's
wow.
design.
Learn class is in session today. I'm
Yeah,
learning so
man.
much
That's
stuff.
a sesh.
We're always learning something new. Nobody's a
Mhm.
So
know-it-all.
super cool. Dubray. So a nugget alert, more nugget alert if you want to learn some more. The Dubray is a totally made up name by Nike. They they created this thing that what it is, the Dubray that was on Air Force One, right? Was the first model that had it.
Like Cortezes have them, and
Yeah, and so
like
they just made up the name
oh,
Dubray. It sounds like some French thing, but it's not. It's just something that they made up.
that's
Um,
funny.
so yeah, pretty cool though. It's something that I would love to see on more stuff. I love the Dubray on things for whatever reason. I think they're really dope. Um,
I want
some
to
of
make some.
some of the SBs, yes, like that would be a really cool like accessory to have, right? Like
Yeah.
the Dunk SBs have some of the coolest ones out there. I think that's like the metal ones. I can't think
Hmm.
of anything off the top of my head right now, which I should. But
Hmm.
yeah, so coming Saturday, these are releasing exclusively at Undefeated. 7 a.m. at undefeated.com, and then, of course, at all of the Undefeated chapter stores. What
Yep.
did we get a price on them? I didn't see
No,
one posted
$1
yet.
million question. Nope, nobody's posted pricing.
What are we guessing?
$100.
Yeah, it's Undefeated, man. I'm guessing 100.
$100.
It's an OG, so it's not supposed to cost a lot, right? Because it's OG
Right.
Silo, but I have a feeling it'll be 100.
Did we get? I was looking at the website, and it didn't look like they posted anything on the site, but on Instagram, they have a lot. Let's go to the Vans Vault page. They posted a bunch of stuff there. And they didn't really post any information. We're getting a custom box, right? For sure.
I would hope so.
Hope so too.
The first ones did. They had the U-Man box.
Oh, actually, yes. There's a photo I think that I shared of the box in the background from somebody.
Is it on your story?
Oh shit! It may have. Check the Under the Palms one.
Yeah. Whoops. Not that one. That's Under the Palms, Malaysia. Shout out.
Ism, what's up, bro?
Hope you're well.
The stories is all Clayton stuff, and then the newer.
Oh yeah, the Hugh Hefner one.
Okay, so he posted a photo, right, of the box.
And the box just looks.
Did it?
Oh no, it's custom. Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's like a white top with the U logo around
Yes.
the side. So
Okay, cool,
U-Man
cool.
logo there. Yeah, these are a problem, man. These are gonna be.
I hope it's like, because Undefeated has that hype, man. People just buy it because they love Undefeated,
Yeah,
man.
5 strike, bro. It's like for whatever reason, it's a hype
The
piece.
brand is strong, man, for sure. So it used to be super easy to just get Vans, Undefeated Vans, but unless hopefully they made a shitload, I don't know, like
maybe.
like those
The
last skate highs.
the last one's sat.
Yeah.
They're not
But
gonna
it's just
sit.
like that was just with like the Undefeated like brand name on the side, right?
Big giant,
I wasn't
blocking.
really feeling those that much.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, yeah, we're gonna be able to get these guys, but get them. Don't
Don't think about it, just do it.
lollygag.
These
Eddie, I'm
dudes
gonna
are
tell you
tough,
not to
man. Get 'em.
lollygag.
Yeah, don't
Don't
lollygag.
lollygag me. Get them in there. Check out.
Get in, get out. Apple Pay.
Chad is saying 110. They're guessing 110. That's where I'm thinking. I'm thinking 110.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see on Saturday. So yeah, if you're interested, Undefeated only. They're not going to be releasing anywhere else. So if you're not going out in public or you're not near an Undefeated, then undefeated.com. Also releasing with like color matched tees, right?
Shirts are pretty sick too.
What I'm
I think
seeing.
so. Yeah.
The U-Man on a skateboard, pretty dope.
Skate U-Man, pretty cool. So those will be dope to grab those as well. I love a collab shirt. Don't get too many of them. So. So that's dope. Shout out to Undefeated. Stuff looks awesome. He did a great job on these. And so Saturday 7 a.m. And also releasing on Saturday at 4. I'm sorry, Saturday, not at 7 a.m. I don't know
4.
what time these are releasing. But Premiere's 10th anniversary, 20th anniversary, is this Saturday from what I understand. And to celebrate, they're doing a dual, a two shoe release. Why can't I talk? Two shoe release. The Grosso Mid and an old school. These are pretty sick. I'm not super into the black midsole as we talk about pretty often, but these are killer, man. With the lace, the branding on the sidewall as well as like underneath the lace. So there's like a faux quilted Premiere logo embossed on the sidewalls. Or the side panels rather, underneath the lace. So if you tear the lace away, then you get to see that. in black and red. Super cool. Those are releasing this weekend as well at Premiere or at Premiere Online. ThePremiereStore.com, 10 a.m. Eastern, so not quite at, what, 7? No, it is, yeah, same time. 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you get your stuff ready if you're trying to get both of these. I think the premieres will be a little bit easier to get. But,
Yeah, it should be.
yeah, cool stuff that they just posted it's like 2 days ago, maybe 1 day ago, something like that.
Yeah, super quick.
We're seeing a lot of that. We're seeing like both ends, right? We see something that drops without any sort of explanation, and then we'll get like hey, this is releasing in 2 months or something.
Right, I know.
Which is probably maybe has something to do with a little note we'll touch on in a moment, but yeah. So these are super cool. I love to see the Grosso mid, of course. Big fan of the skate mid, and yeah, cool release. Also dropping Saturday, the PremiereStore.com or at Premiere if you're able to go in. And then the other release we have to talk about is the Vans fucking awesome Ultimate Waffle. Something I'll say, weird to see fucking awesome at the Vans.com. Before, like, it wasn't like they were pretty much against like stuff like that. You wouldn't see that stuff on there. But yeah, so the Ultimate Waffle EXP, a very tech-centered skate shoe, not built for fashion or a lifestyle shoe or whatever. This is a tech shoe through and through. So
yeah, I think it's A.V.E.'s new shoe.
It is.
Yep.
A.V.E. Anthony Van Engelen, if you don't know who A.V.E. is. They've done so many iterations of this model, like with the Rapid Weld, with like all sorts of stuff. Well, I guess the Rapid Weld was like just an A.V.E., right? The A.V.E. Pro Rapid Weld.
Yeah. And
I think that really, if you put those two shoes side by side, there's a lot. Like, they are brother and sister. This has like a full, like, the toe box is all stitched, and there's a lot going on with this. So
yeah,
probably a great skate model. Really remind me like of like Flynet stuff.
Yeah,
it's a lot of very similar sort of aesthetic.
Super lightweight too.
Yeah.
It's cool technology. It just looks so odd on a Vans shoe. Like,
yeah,
it's like, all right, hey, this is a trainer, and then you're like, why does Vans have a trainer?
yeah.
Yeah. I think I mean, I don't know. I don't skateboard anymore, but like, to me, that maybe this is just technical for skateboarding. Obviously.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just a tech shoe. I know that like the A.V.E. Pro, the Rapid Weld version was like super popular. I remember that people loved that. The Crockett Pro was like another one that people were like skaters were super into. That they loved that model. They thought it was really great. And I think this is just like, this is part of that skate world that like I don't skate anymore either, and so like I'm just not in tune with it. These were designed as that, sort of like the Dime stuff too, right? They did the Ultimate Waffle most recently, right? Was that their latest collab? Was the Ultimate Waffle? I think it was. But yeah, it's like a tech shoe made for skaters by skaters, which is cool. I mean, I think that we have the tech stuff out there for every other sport, so it's cool to see that sort of stuff being applied to skateboarding as well. And not that it's not new, I guess, right? But
yeah.
Oh, these are Rapid Weld as well. So there you go. Rapid Weld technology is then applied to provide additional structure in the midfoot and the vamp. So yeah, a lot going on. Cool shoe if you're into that. If you need a new tech shoe and you like fucking awesome, or you like A.V.E. or whatever, you like Vans, these are releasing December the 9th. So that is Is that
next Friday or something.
Friday or Thursday or something?
Thursday, next Thursday.
Thursday. Weird day. Is that? Oh, maybe that's where Fucking Awesome does their drops.
Possibly, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Up there with.
Yeah.
How did that come to be a thing? How did Thursday become the drop day for these brands?
And they all fight against each other too.
It's all at the same time, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Weird.
Fine by me, because normally I can get stuff I want off other sites.
Right.
No problem.
Yep.
So these are releasing Vans.com as well as Fucking Awesome, another number of other retail partners, core skate shops, Adrift, Antisocial, Dime, KCDC Menu, 9 Times Labor, Adrift. I'm sure other places out there like Drift House, who's someone who we've been working with a lot to do stuff down in Florida. Speaking of, we did like they reached out to us and said, "Hey, do you want to do a contest?" And I was like, "Sure, why not for Checkerboard Day?" So we didn't have to do anything; just post something. And they just they held a contest. They gave away, I don't know how many pairs they did, but they gave away a bunch of Checkerboard Vans to people. So cool! Shout out to those folks. They're really cool. Their photographer that they have does like a lot of anime videos, and I really like him. I don't know his name. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, but I follow his Instagram, and he does really cool stuff. If you're into that sort of thing, I guess it would help if I knew his name. I could give it to you so you can follow. Sorry if you're into that stuff.
That's cool. Shout out anime photographer guy.
Yes, I can't remember his damn name. So yeah, cool stuff. So yeah, that's our release. We don't have any. I don't think I missed anything, right? Nothing else coming up that's releasing. Yeah. So now we get into some more interesting stuff. I think going along with the Grosso, I'm gonna just briefly. Well, this is not a new thing. I guess I just sort of missed it. Flew under my radar. Last month, or no, in October. Vans ended the Love Letters to Skateboarding series. So if you don't know, Love Letters to Skateboarding started 2000 and what was it? I want to say it's like 2006 or something like that. And it was Jeff Grosso's like. It's such a cool series. I don't know how to even describe it. It's in the title, but like there's a lot of stuff. Like he gets with like all of these classic skateboarders and just talks about what it was like skating in the 80s, some of them in the 70s, a lot of stuff from the 90s. It's a really cool series that Vans did with him. And so, if we lost Jeff 2 years ago now?
No, it's only like last year, I think. Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, 2020.
Right.
Yeah, it's 2021. So, so we lost Jeff last year unexpectedly, and there's a whole there are hours of video that you can watch that are really cool. There's a lot of really great stuff. His last one that they actually did with him was about the LGBT community. And it was really great. And then there was this long delay with them releasing anything else. And so Oliver is Jeff's son, and it's really cool. He's like taken over his Instagram, and so like you see his cool posts. He does TikToks and stuff. But yeah, so he hosted this last finale, this last episode. So. It's a longer one. It's 35 minutes long, but it's really a tribute to Jeff.
It's a nice tribute.
So I definitely recommend going in and giving it a watch. Jeff Lucero plays a big role in it. So
I wonder if you get like some Vans family points if you watch it through the app. I wonder if it's on there.
It is, yes.
Is it? Yeah.
You do get. I think it's. Did I say
like 25
John
points.
Lucero, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 25 points if you watch it on there. So yeah, if you want some points for whatever,
Yeah, man.
take a look at it. But yeah, highly recommend. If you haven't watched any of the series, watch it all. There's some really cool stories from those dudes from back in the day, and you get it's more Grosso. So what can you ask for? More Grosso.
Word.
Love a good Grasso.
Love it. So yeah, take a look at that. Watch, see all the old. I'm just looking at it now on the stream. There's so many cool things on there from back in the day. Yeah, so cool. Get you some knowledge. Get some knowledge bombs. The next thing we want to talk about is something we sort of maybe touched on a little bit a second ago about when releases are announced and when they actually come. And yeah, so this is from Brendan Dunn, someone we've talked about a little bit. He's an insider. He hosts Full Size Run Show, or co-hosts Full Size Run Show from Soul Collector and Complex. So apparently, if you're not watching, if you're just listening, it's a tweet that Nike sent to some shops, and it says, "Dear partner, COVID-19 continues to impact the global supply chain and create transportation disturbances. As a result of this dynamic and unprecedented situation, we regret to inform you that Nike futures orders in Spring 22, Summer 22, and the balance of the Holiday 21 will be canceled. This means any Holiday 21 orders that have not yet shipped will not be fulfilled, nor will any orders for Spring 22 and Summer 22. In addition, due to these same supply chain challenges, Nike will not offer at-once orders until further notice." I'm not sure what an at-once order is. Do y'all know? Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
Once orders.
It's
Maybe that's
something
like just
logistically. I mean,
maybe
it's like
yeah. Who knows?
an order you place now that would maybe arrive next week or something.
Right.
For retailers, obviously, not for just people who are buying, but these is solely for retail shops. We understand that this decision is difficult information to hear. Our goal is to resume supply as soon as possible, and we are committed to communicating transparent and timely updates about future seasons. Please contact your Nike Marketplace partner representative with any questions.
Crazy,
so,
man.
yeah, that is not good at all. That is a huge impact
So
to our shops.
so here's what I see. I don't know, because I'm always trying to like read between the lines of shit.
Right.
It's like Nike's like slowly getting rid of the mom and pops. You know what I mean? They've already been doing it, but like we got this cool app called Sneakers. Doesn't work that well, but we don't got to sell it through you. We just make all the profit. Sell it at
Absolutely.
retail for ourselves.
Yep.
You know, and this is how they slowly start trimming the limbs. You know.
We've already heard like really bad horror stories about having Nike as a partner. Like every time I talk to a skate shop owner, they scoff at it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, selling 15 pairs of Dunks a month doesn't pay bills. There's no breaks and there's minimums and
Yeah. And
just we've
this
heard
goes
a
back
lot of
to-
bad stuff.
What was it, like 10 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
What year is it now? Maybe not quite 10 years ago, but a few years back, like with the SB stuff, when SB was sort of on this decline, or maybe what started the SB decline was when they stopped supplying the local skate shops and were like, "Hey, just go to the mall. We are going to start supplying Tilly's and PacSun and
That was the Nike 6.0 revolution.
Yes. And so that hit a lot of the shops, right? They just, if you're a local skate shop, you do not have the same volume as a Tilly's or what's the San Diego one? San Diego?
No, San Diego's like a mom and pop store still, but you're thinking PacSun.
I was thinking San Diego.
Everything in San
Yeah,
Diego.
because they're like in the mall. They're like all over the malls as well. There. I didn't
Yeah,
know if they're like a locally owned. I mean, I'm sure they're locally owned, but like,
yeah. I mean, I've shopped there a long time, and
yeah,
I wouldn't really consider them like PacSun or Zoomies.
yeah. I think that your Zoomies was another one I'm thinking. Tilly's, Zoomies, PacSun are the three that
Okay.
come to mind for me.
Yeah. Those are
Um,
mall. Those are the genuine mall brands.
yeah, and you're not right. Yeah, because they're all over the country. Maybe all over the world. I don't know. Maybe they're all over the world, but they're like the mall skate store or whatever.
Right.
Um, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like there's a if that's where you go, if that's where you bought your first board, if that's where you buy your shoes, whatever, right? That's fine. Um, but they're like we talked about earlier, like these boutiques or these skate shops, they have a habit of hiring like people like Virgil, people like Matt Ty, the pro skaters, right, who get into they would never get noticed unless maybe they talk to their Nike rep or whatever, and then they get these connections and so on and so forth.
They're just at the core of the culture, basically.
Exactly.
They're tapped into whatever that subculture is. You know.
Yeah, you may not have a million people following on Instagram, but you're an influencer if you work at one of those stores, right? You are, and these people were influencing before that term influencer was coined. They were there doing things and pushing maybe models or pushing things out there before. I mean, the collaboration, I think, predates the influencer movement. I keep doing quotes. If you're not watching, I keep doing quotes around influencer, for a reason. Like the collabs were there from the get-go, right? I mean, specifically with Nike, we're talking about SBs. I think that the collab there, it grew out of something that was genuine.
Right.
I think that it was. Oh yeah. So even if you're not watching, I forgot. I just have the browser up on stream so you could read the note. Even if you're not watching, I'm doing quotes. I'll take the. I'll put the video back up now. Yeah. So here we go. Influencer. There we go. Now you can see it. And Nike, I think, has really betrayed those relationships. And I don't say betrayed lightly. I mean, that's a big word, right, to use. But I think it's true. I think we talked to people who own those shops, and it was impacting them very badly before, and it continues to do so. And I think that, like, Bill, I think you're probably right. I put my conspiracy theory hat on, but I think that I agree with you. I think that it costs more. Look, it costs more to ship to somebody to at a wholesale rate, right? To send them a slew of shoes when you don't have to. When everyone and their mom has, literally everyone and their mom has a phone or a computer in America, essentially, right? Who is buying these things, and they can just go to Sneakers app and hit or miss, right? And so it saves them money in the long run. I think that this is, I mean, this is a major thing. If Nike, we're not out there buying like the generic Nike styles and all that stuff, but like that's what skate shops sell, or not skate shops. That's what shops sell the most of. People come in there off the street. Some mom or dad is buying some Nike thing. That's the number one. They're still the number one shoe seller in the world, and it's off the back of these shops who, the skate shops were betrayed. However many years ago, and now it looks like, I don't know what sort of store this was from. It just says a sneaker store, so that could be anything, right? I'm sure it's probably a boutique style store, just because of what we're looking at. But yeah, I don't know. I've talked a lot about this, so let me back up and let someone else take the floor. But yeah, I think that like it's Man, it's fucked up. This is people's livelihoods we're talking about, and I think that we're going to see stores close because of it. More stores close because of it.
All the flavor. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you go, Bill. You go.
All the flavor, all the styles come from these shops, whether it's skate shops and boutiques and just any small scale local community thing, and they influence and they give and take. They're ordering stuff that maybe their demographic in their area is into. It goes both ways, and that's how you create localized styles. And maybe that goes back to why everything's just fucking generic, and the mall has all these resale stores with all the same shit.
Right.
Because we just pretty much diluted everything.
Yeah, is there still maybe that's a bigger question, right? Is there still that local flavor, that local style? Like we just talked about the Air Force Ones, those were uptowns.
Yeah.
And they were called uptowns because they were uptown New York. Like
Yeah.
that's who wore those was folks in the uptown. There's a really great documentary about that. Do y'all know what it is offhand?
No, the one with Babito and Stretch.
Yes.
Yeah. Stretch and Babito.
Is that the graffiti one?
This one's about sneakers.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know if it is or not.
That or Amazon.
Let me Google. Maybe it was just on YouTube. I don't know.
No, it was HBO.
If you know what it is,
what is it?
Say
I think it might have been HBO.
Okay.
Let me see. It's called. Let's see. Sneaker Freaker says they have a whole list of documentaries about sneakers to watch. It's not that. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's not that. None of the ones that I'm talking about are on this list. The ones I'm talking about are not on this list, at least that one. Unless is it just for kicks? Maybe that's what it is. Yep.
Okay.
Just for kicks. Yeah, it is on the list. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Starring Sneakerhead Royalty, Grandmaster Kaz, Rev Run, Babito, Missy Elliott. Let's see. Exploring the lauded ancestry of Air Force One's Uptowns, Air Jordans, Run DMC's My Adidas. Just for Kicks reveals some of the watershed sneaker moments of the late 20th century. Yes, that is the one. So
yeah.
Let me see. Just for Kicks documentary. Don't know what it's on. It's from 2005, so it's been a minute. It's
Boy,
on
that
YouTube,
was
so yeah.
that was the old culture. Nowadays, it's a whole different.
Those are like the old heads of the old heads, right? Those folks.
The whole culture got just stolen away, and it's nothing like that.
That whole script's been flipped now.
That's 700 pairs of different color Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if you were wearing, they talk about it in that documentary, but it's black or white. That was it. That's what you were wearing. Yeah.
Fat Joe would wear a pair once, right?
That's it. That's exactly it, bro. Man, yeah. So that we got sort of on that tangent there about you brought up that point about there being that local culture. I don't know if that still exists. Memphis still has foams. I don't know if people are still wearing foams anywhere else, but we are here. I see.
Bro, it's dead. It's dead because you have the internet moves so fast, so you can't have anything.
Yeah.
It's dead, man. To me it's dead. And San Diego never really had a big scene. We're too spread out here, especially in North County. I don't think there's a ton of people really living like that or that lifestyle. So that's just my opinion. But then again, I've spent the last 17, 18 years looking at it here. And I see it now, but it's black and white dunks.
Right.
It's Air Force Ones. It's what they tell you to wear. Are you wearing what they tell you to wear? That's what That's what I see a lot of.
I think when I lived there for only 5 years, and it was from 2011 to 2016, and I really got the feeling that San Diego had this like melange of like this like LA, not quite LA, Latin culture, right? Street style blended with like skate culture, and surf culture too, but like skate culture. That's the impression I got, that like it was still a city like trying to find like its own thing, right? Like its own
Right.
sort of style, which was surprising to me because there's a lot of history there about fashion and stuff like that. I mean, there was an Adidas original store there. There was a Street Machine. Speaking of, right, Street Machine. There was a Street Machine in San Diego, and Street Machine is from
Denmark?
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they were.
Dutch,
Yeah.
little Dutchies, dude. Well,
But, like, yeah, but
Sorry-
the San
sorry,
Diego
go.
scene. Sorry, dude, I keep fucking
You're good,
kidding.
you're good, man.
but the San Diego scene was like kind of self-sustaining. Like there was enough for everybody. If you were in that scene, you can go out and get your shit.
Yes.
Yeah,
100%. The shops that were there, you were able to get what you wanted, especially if you knew how to get it, right?
yeah,
You had Attic was there. So Attic had a lot of the
Attic, A to Z.
Jordan releases. You had Blends. Blends did have a Nike SB account. If you knew, you knew, kind of deal. We only had a small number of SB shops. Yeah, I mean you're right. It's just not a ton of culture, and I think everything is so blended now. Like, I can sit there confidently and say, okay, when I used to line up for sneakers, I was the odd man out as a white person.
Mm-hmm.
I was surrounded by Asians.
Yep.
And then the next 10 years, everything got blended where it's like, okay, there's Asians, there's black people. And then now, like you said earlier, Eddie, like especially in San Diego, the Latin community is back into shoes.
Yep.
It's like it's mixed and it's awesome. That was always so funny, dude. The first time I ever lined up at Supreme in LA was all Japanese people, all Chinese and Japanese, dude. And then now it's just a melting pot, but it's just funny how trends come and go and cultures come and go with it, and acceptance and little things like that. Because in San Diego it was so you knew it was just this tight knit group, and now you can see it like from all over. South County, San Diego is big into shoes right now, but it's because of everything happening around it, you know.
Yeah. But the only people who knew about it were the ones either walking by the shop or who were on the forums. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so it was your own little culture, and nobody else knew about it.
Nope.
You know. But
You
then
see,
now it just got all mainstream. You know.
We started with the internet. As the internet picked up speed, we were still in front of it. We had the info. Now the info is fed to us, and we're still trying to catch up every time we
still
see
catch
something.
up. We still play.
It's in front of it's in front of us, dude, and we can never really get to it.
Yeah.
It just continues to grow and grow and grow, and
everything has to be like a calculated release now. You know, everything has to have a date, like a hard date. You know, so that way they know people will line up, people will plan. You know, and if it gets enough buzz, then they'll turn it into a raffle and make it even. You know, instead of like survival of the fittest, man. Who's gonna camp out 3 days?
Right.
You know
Who
what I
can
mean?
be there nowadays for 3? You didn't used to have to camp out like that. Like you would camp out, but you would come like
in the morning, like
night
2-3
before.
hours, or
exactly. That morning,
Yeah.
you would show up.
Yeah, and that should be the limit. That's and then that's your reward for doing that.
Bro, even like the band one, not the. I'm talking
the outlet.
real band release.
Yeah.
Like not the one that's like people just call the bread the band one now for some reason.
Yeah.
But like that outlet release. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was in Connecticut and I drove to our outlet who got them, and I just got there like the morning of, and I was able to get a pair. I'm a size 10, which is a very common size. There were probably 150 people there, and everyone left with a shoe. You know,
Not out here, man.
and like
Shit.
it was like, this is Connecticut though, so Connecticut's a whack. Like even that we got it, I was surprised, right?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like I got my size, no problem. I wish I kept them. I sold them. You know, I wore them and then I sold them a few years later, before I moved, and I sold them for like $500. And so
Because there's an X on them.
yeah. I mean, and so if you weren't familiar with the Band 1 release, like there was a lot of hype. The Band 1 is just it's a Jordan, a bread Jordan, black and red Jordan 1, which is it's a classic colorway. It's one of the best colorways. I think arguably. Some people may disagree, but I think it's one of the best colorways. And yeah, so they were supposed to release at like boutiques and shops like that, right? And online. Something happened where they didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but they
and then
just
it went
released it
just
at outlets.
Yep, just straight to the outlets, and then people got a hold of like the list through Nike Find or something,
Yep.
and
We found
like,
out where they were, and
you
so
know,
people
yep.
went there and bought them. And even that release, which I thought at that time, what was that, like 2010?
Something like that.
2011, something. Wow, it's been 10 years. Jeez. That was like a hype release. Like that was like people were, I thought, going crazy. Nothing compared to how it is now. But like that shoe, like, it just goes to show you like how much things have changed since then. That camp out, right, was still just showing up a few hours before the store opened and getting in line.
Yep.
And that was it.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I mean, I think that like going like what you just said about everything having a release date and yada yada, like this canceling of all of these releases, like that is huge because yeah, those things did have release dates and now they don't anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this was posted on the 23rd, so it's been about a week.
Yeah.
Has there been any update? Let's check Brendan's page here.
Probably not. It was just mentioned in passing.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any. I mean, when this happened and then Virgil passed, so it sort of took over all of the.
Yeah.
Interesting. So there's a Nike filed a. This is, bro. I really think some sus shit is going on, bro. They filed this patent for or trademark for Nike Land app, which is gonna have a bunch of. I mean, it's just another app that Nike has, providing.
It's gonna be trash. It's gonna be garbage,
bro.
You're not gonna get shit.
Listen to this. Entertainment services, namely providing online, non-downloadable virtual footwear, clothing, headwear, eyewear, bags, yada yada yada, digital, animated, and non-animated designs and character avatars, digital overlays. What is this?
Yeah.
Trash.
NFTs, man.
Bro, don't even get
Trash,
me started.
dude.
We doing something.
Trash.
Yeah.
You're telling me that I got. Not only do I have to have regular land, but I also have to have virtual land.
Yeah. Right.
Can I
Fuck
camp out
outta here,
online?
dude.
Do I camp out online for the
Fuck
virtual?
out of here.
Like, what is going on?
Put some money into
Trash, dude.
put some money into Ethereum.
Yeah, that's that's a place I don't want to live, and that the metaverse is
Yep.
absolutely terribly tragic. It's tragic, dude.
People getting finessed out their money. We talked about that. So,
I can't imagine that, dude.
Yeah, so I'm in the background here. I'm just scrolling through to find if there was any update about that about that about Nike saying, "Hey, we're not sending you your stock for the next 3 seasons."
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like there has been.
Yeah, just sorry.
Yeah, no update from them. I don't think Nike. Maybe Nike has talked to their retail folks about it. Maybe they provided an update, but Brendan doesn't have an update about it anyway since the 23rd. So that's been a week.
You know, there's still so much. There's so much product.
Right.
So it's odd to think that they're not going to get certain shoes, but there's still so much product just sitting, and outlets are still stocked. There's thousands of pairs in each outlet. They're not saying they're good shoes or shoes that people want to buy, but like, I mean, there's a market for all that, right? Like we look at a Monarch and we're just like, nah. But
that's what people
how
are
many
buying.
They sell
like those stupid ass New Balance models that fucking whatever people are into. They love them. I don't know, man. I don't get it.
Really
but
into
like
New Balance right now. It's really weird, right?
And it's like those models that no one cared about, right? That now
what rapper is wearing New Balance right now? Is there anybody wearing New Balance? I don't get. That's beyond me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking at the full size, like Brendan's page here, and I see Yeezy, Asics, and Jordan. Yep, no one was wearing them from that specific episode. But yeah. So speaking, back to this is going all along with the supply chain issue here that the Air Force One is now restricted from Nike.com. So I'm seeing a post. Someone mentioned this in chat earlier, and I didn't say it when they did, but it was Lyman. Nike announced they're limiting orders to 1 pair. Yeah, and that's what it looks like here. So if you have purchased any number of any Nike Air Force One, you are now restricted and can no longer purchase another Nike Air Force One. Now this is the little guy. This is the little guy being hit with it though, because if you search Air Force One probably on Instagram, you're seeing some dude's backyard or his garage full of white Air Force Ones that he's now reselling because some knucklehead told him take out a business credit card and buy all these. Shout out to Bug making an appearance.
Hello, Bug.
On the stream. Hey, Bug. In the background. Not usual. But then you have people who have purchased. I mean, these look like these are some sort of discount. Maybe through some sort of employee link, because these are $54 Air Force Ones.
Yeah, who knows?
That they purchased 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least pairs of. I'm sure they're all for personal use.
Of course they are.
They're not going to be reselling any of those.
Oh, no.
But yeah, man. I don't know, dude. Shit is fucked up.
Yep.
That's all I can say. The shit is fucked up, and it's not getting any better.
No.
Oh, there's no end in sight for it.
It's not getting any better for just the person, right, who wants to buy something accessible. Making things online and making them more accessible was supposed to fix that, right? The raffle was supposed to fix that. And now it's not getting any better for the shop, who is not getting their stock for the next 6 months. Man, yeah, that's going to be devastating. I think that the ripple effect from all of this is going to be far and wide, and you hate to
To really
fucking
see
see
what
that,
comes
dude.
about it too. Just
Hate
have
to
to see
see
what
Yep.
it,
comes
man.
about it.
Yep.
This could, the supply chain stuff could ease up a little bit, and you just wonder what they're gonna do if that's the case.
Right.
You don't want to see anybody get their livelihoods taken out, but then again, like how many boutiques do you know with only Nikes? None.
Yeah,
Um,
there aren't, but I mean, we know some boutiques who don't have any Nikes, actually,
we sure do.
because of some issues, right? That
Mhm.
that they're not allowed to sell Nikes anymore. Um,
Right.
and they're still around, they're still surviving, so
Good.
I guess that's good for them, but like that that has to be the exception, right? And not the rule, so to speak.
Mhm.
Most of them are, yeah, I mean, Nike has got to be their number one seller for most shops, and either boutiques or the mall shop, right, or whomever who is selling stuff. That has to be like, I'm trying to think of like what's just a generic footwear store. Foot Locker.
Yep.
Sure.
Nike has to be their number one thing, and
Right.
I'm interested to see if, like, I mean, Foot Locker is definitely that sort of store. I'm using Foot Locker as like a generic stand-in, but they have to have been impacted definitely by the supply chain stuff. But I wonder if this specific one now, where they're not going to get their stock for the next 6 months, if that's going to be hitting them like that too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know,
We
man.
will see. We will see,
We
man.
will see. But I think some shit is fucked up, and I think Bill's right. Some sus shit is happening.
Yep.
Mhm.
I think that it's an easy out for Nike to say, hey, supply chain, we're not sending you stuff, but you can still get it from Nike.com. That's some weird shit, dude. I don't know, man. And maybe that's not the case. I'll say allegedly so that we don't get sued. But I think that there's some weird shit going on.
Right.
But we can end on a good note tonight.
Yes, we can.
Yep.
We often talk about Soul Classics and how Soul Classics is this type of shop that if I think of all three of us, if we opened a shop, it would be like Soul Classics. It would be
I would try to make it like theirs. Yep.
right. Like if I was able to do it, which I don't think I would be able to because I don't have that sort of prowess, but it would be a legit store. We would stand up for shit, and we would do things to make an impact in our communities. And man, Deontay has done it again. We talked a few weeks back about how he, the strawberry milk release, right? That's what it was.
Mhm.
He gave it to some students at one of the local schools that were achieving well. He gave like 50 or so pairs to people, to the kids there who never would have been able to get this super hype release. He was able to partner with the strawberry milk folks, and what store? I don't remember the shop that what did the strawberry milk release.
Social status.
Social status.
Right.
Thank you. He was able to partner with them, secure so many pairs for these kids. One of the coolest feel-good stories that I've seen in a while. Well, now Deontay has partnered with Vans, so we love to see that. Look Ma No Hands, which is a local nonprofit, to really, like, I think in politics and in my sort of world, right, that I have become more and more disenfranchised by. Just
Yeah.
like there's no hope out there. Like one of the things we talk about, or I talk about, is that we want to do things that are going to change the material condition of people's lives. And I think that this will do that. So I'll just read it. I know that we're running on 2 hours here, but like
Yeah.
I'm going to read it because like I think it's important to know the whole thing. So Vans and Columbus, Ohio-based nonprofit organization Look Ma No Hands, or LMNH, connect to create the next era, a one-of-a-kind program designed to expose 20 high school-age youth to careers within the fashion industry. This free, all caps, 6-month, fully comprehensive program will be held twice per week beginning January the 18th, 2020 through June the 28th, 2022. Sorry, 2022, not 2020. And consists of a collaborative curriculum taught by Vans staff, LMNH staff, and special guest educators from their respective professional backgrounds. Each student will be provided with an iPad that they will keep in order to complete the work, as well as access to industry-leading software. The concept of this partnership was born through conversations between Deontay, owner of Soul Classics, Ryan Klassen, sales director at Vans, in the wake of the events that occurred over the summer of 2020. During those conversations, Deontay would identify a void in the support system that many of our inner city youth are met with, and that you cannot hope to become anything that you do not know of. And many of them are not introduced to any new career paths after elementary school. An important question was raised: how does a kid want to become a senior sales director at Vans if he does not know that a job even exists? That question would spark a series of long conversations that would eventually lead to a singular response: if you want young people to take more pride in their lives, then you must give them something to look forward to. To bring this unique vision to life, Look Ma No Hands has partnered with Canvas. I'm not sure what that is, to recruit a. So it on the thing I'm reading, there's a link, so it's a link to their account to recruit as many applicants as possible. The application process requires that each student interested in joining the program, 1, submit an application, 2, write a personal statement, and 3, gets a letter of recommendation. The complete application can be found online at lmnh.org/the-next-era. Submissions are due by January the 3rd, 2022. For more information on the program or for access to the 24-week curriculum, please visit lmnh.org.
Yeah.
Dude.
Super sick, man. That's just like, who thinks like that? Damn, man. Like, fucking crazy.
Yeah, and like that's something that we talk about in like those spaces that I operate in politically and locally. Is like we talk about a word that's passed around a lot is opportunity, right? Like like a lot of these folks that it talks about here, like the inner city stuff. I live in Memphis, right? And like our poverty rate is 27%. We have one of the highest child poverty rates in the country, if not the highest for cities over, I think it's over cities over 500,000 people. We have like the #1 child poverty rate. And I think that places like Columbus they experience that same sort of thing. And yeah, like how do you, we always are like, oh yeah, we can give, here's all this money, here's this, here's that, here's that. But like if you're not educating the youth, capital Y youth, on what they could be, what they could achieve, like yeah, we're doing a disservice. And I think that, man, like this is something I wish I was a part of. Like
just teaching life skills and actual practical knowledge.
Man,
yeah,
it is so fucking dope. And like, dude, what a shout out. I cannot sing Deontay and Soul Classics praises enough when it comes to stuff like this.
Yep.
You killed it again.
So ironically enough, so he posted about this on November 11th. And I messaged him on Instagram. Oh, dude, like you got to come and talk to us about this on the pod.
Mhm.
And he doesn't follow me, so I think all my messages go to the
Oh,
Yeah.
spam account. Yeah, which sucks. So if you're hearing this, Deontay, I'm pretty sad, but I'll let it
I.
slide.
Yeah, I mean, we are him and I. We follow. So he follows the Strictly Waffles account,
Yeah,
and then we also follow one another on Twitter.
sure.
Um, I'm a. If you didn't know, people people fuck with me because I have a verified Twitter account.
Mhm.
And that gives you like if you note like if you have a verified account and you send a message to someone, it sends a notification to them.
Oh, even if they're not like following or
Yeah, it doesn't go to
Oh.
like some spam filter. It notifies them.
Oh.
So like I have been privileged enough because of that to like you get an ear to people, people who never would have known that I exist for whatever reason. My little ass account, and it's not like I have some big huge following on Twitter because I don't. I ran for office, and so I was able to get that verification. Um,
Dope.
that I am never
That's cool.
ever going to lose. I hope.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I'll reach out to him and we'll see. Hopefully, we can schedule it. Hopefully, it
that'd be
sucks
dope.
because our fucking my job, but hopefully we can not screw it up. And we'll see if we can get him on here to talk about just some of the work that he's doing because I think it is damn good, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really awesome.
It's refreshing.
Big time. We have so many people who are just trying to chase some clout, right? Deontay's not. Deontay's a real
No.
deal. Soul Classics is a real deal. That whole group.
I'm chasing
And
his clout. I want to be on his level.
exactly, we're looking to get noticed by Deontay. And
Yeah,
like
man.
that
I
whole
want him
Remember,
to
group.
man.
sponsor me.
And like just remember, man, they were like they they were pushing their van stuff before they even got their Nikes
Oh,
accounts, So like we recognize that they were like going hard with it, and
Yep.
like that's kind of like why we kind of like gravitated towards them, from the beginning because we knew like okay, yeah, we see what they're doing here. They're
Yeah.
they're they're
mhm.
definitely, like getting into that culture,
They're the
and
real deal.
yeah, man, it's none of that like fake false shit. It's none of that like braggadocious whatever. You know what I mean? It's like you fucking with like the Vans brand and all that shit, dude. You kind of
It's
see things the way
authentic.
we all
It's
see it.
authentic,
That's
dude.
the
Just the
word.
way we like that shit, man.
Yeah,
They are
man.
authentic to the
Very.
core.
Yeah.
I mean, he's that, that shop and those people are what we want here,
Yeah.
realistically. So
Yep.
it's cool, man. He does a lot of good shit, dude. Everything he does, man. Everything he does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shout out, the epic shout out, man.
Yeah, man.
And I think also like tying this up, we are at 2 hours and 3 minutes. So tying it,
I
putting
feel
a
it.
putting a bow on it, right? Like we
Yeah.
talked about like the brands and the
Pretty
shops
sleepy.
hiring those people to do
Mhm.
like the shit and identifying them to be like the influencer without having that title, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone who came from Soul Classics, James Drakeford, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
JD.
And JD is now at Atmos. He's doing a lot of work with them. And the dude is he did like an apparel line that fucking sold out. It looks like they have one hoodie left. I
Sick.
missed the release, so he did like it was 2 shirts, a tote bag, a mug, and this hoodie that he did with them. This camouflage sort of thing that from some of the artwork he's been creating. Um, and so Atmos did a limited release. I missed it. They did a restock. I wasn't quick enough. I've missed it every time. And so, I am definitely looking forward to see what comes next from him. It's cool shit. It's really cool stuff that I think that they're doing, that he's doing. A lot of those people are doing.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Word.
Oh shit! I gotta say, I gotta shout out to Landon because he specifically called me out.
You are listening.
My cousin. So my cousin is Ryan, who I always talk about. My cousin who doesn't listen. Apparently he does, because he sent me a message today saying, "I love how you always say that I don't listen." And then Landon chimed in, and he said, "Yeah, well, at least you get a shout out because I watch and I listen, and you don't even talk about me." And I was
That's
like,
funny.
"Okay, I guess I have to shout you out." He specifically said that my I think he used the word hideous when it comes to this thing that I commissioned that I talked about that didn't work out. The what is this? Jersey. The jersey that I commissioned.
Oh God.
It did not work out. So he definitely watches. So appreciate you.
Yeah.
And any shout outs from y'all?
Shout out Bape. Shout out this cool Bape shit that we already have. And yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna shout out Undefeated. Hopefully, I'm still trying to put something together so I can get them. We'll see. Shout out to the homies.
Big time.
We'll see.
Shout out Undefeated for sure.
Yeah.
Big shout out Undefeated.
All the old homies.
The biggest.
That is coming this weekend again. So Saturday. And shout out to you.
Yeah.
If you're listening, if you're watching, if you're in the chat, I say it every week. We love you. Thanks for hanging out. If you made it to the end of this one, woo,
Thank you.
we appreciate you.
Now you definitely need to hit that subscribe button.
Definitely. If you made it to 2 hours and 7 minutes of our trash, we love you. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you are liking, I guess, if you liked it. If you didn't like it, hey,
Like it
dislike
anyways.
it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Let us know.
Yeah, so cool. Thanks,
man.
everyone. Sorry this was late, but hey, we do what we can. Make sure to follow us on all the shits. theauthenticera.com. And that's it. That's a wrap. Episode 21 in the books.
Yep.
Peace.
All right, guys. Peace.
Peace, y'all.